Hello, everyone. How's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Factorio, shall we? Picking up where we left off on our learning guide, and I see everything that we need to begin the magic of purple science. So what I'm going to do is, just for now, run this up and just see if I were to take what we've got, how much science could we make? So we're going to, it's okay for us to build a science line right here because we've got these cliffs anyway. Now we could build dynamite and get rid of those and flatten them out, but we're going to have to kind of move our operation around this. So I'm going to just temporarily, just to gauge how well we're doing, see what it would be like if, well, no, I can't put it there. Let me put it in a place where, yeah, here we go. All of the material could be downline. All right. So let's put it up here. And then what I'm going to do is put it here. And these are just extending the existing lines, obviously. And I'm just going to take from them by putting this over here. There you go. And then we can then put this like this. Just kind of run it over here. Wonderful. And then we'll put a assembler right there. And this is going to be purple science. And we're going to have an inserter and a long-handed inserter do this. And then we will simply have one that leads a line down of purple science. And then we'll scale this up. Now we need power up here. No problem. We're going to need it anyway if we want to get more of these out here. Oh, we're already running into a problem, though, producing enough red boards for this, so that's going to be something we will address. And this is why I just want to, stress test the operation. And I'm actually, can I put this here? Yeah, perfect. There we go. Okay. This needs to go like that. And I've put these facing the wrong direction because, hey, let's be funny. And then there it goes. Okay. So if you look at the math here, it needs way more rail than it needs these furnaces. So instead, I'm going to change this up. Like this. I'm just going to do a little bit of work. I'm going to bring it actually all the way back down here. I'm going to put the rail on this line instead. Because it needs to go faster. So I want the faster inserter doing that business. So what we're going to do is going to have this go up and dump like that. And then we can have this guy do that. Because it only needs 3 of these, so that it'll be fine to grab that. Alright, wonderful. And then let's just see what happens if we run this up. And I'm going to just copy this installation and just kind of build it like that. There. Alright, so now this might not work with the cliff, but we're going to do our very best. Okay. So it does not work with this one. We have to take it out. No problem. There we go. Now let's just kind of put this in with, you see our other science over here. We are about to run out. And that's okay. Once I get back on the network, we'll be alright. And here's where we need to go. Just like this. So, I will... It's going to go the other direction. Oof, ugly. Okay. Yeah, it won't work with the way that I have built this now. It's a good try. It'll work on these. So what we can do is just grab these guys. But sadly, not all of them will be able to get purple science. So I could just redo my entire thing here. It's not the worst plan. But some of it's getting purple science. And we're actually, you could see, researching worker robot cargo size. And then what we can do is just split this line. And run this just like this. This is such a convoluted system that I have. But I can get this to work. So sometimes it's probably, it would be the better play to just redo this all the way. But when I put this here, there we go. Actually, I need to remove this, and we'll back everything up to here. And then this will get it going. And we now have all of these using the right science. So Not bad. And what we should do here is just kind of scale this like this. I have no labs, so let me build a few. And there it goes. And then we can just take this. And there we go. So how about that? It is running. And we are researching this. Now, we don't have enough purple science at all, but we started. So now we have a way to use some purple science. It's also worth at this point. I plugged in a bunch of new labs. Let's just check. Yep. You can see we are no longer producing enough power. So we want to fix that. So now we're going to have to worry about power. And we're also going to have to worry about getting enough purple science. We started it. We have the track, but we're not making enough. And so let's scale that up. Okay, so let's head back to the site of the insanity and see what's going on. We can visually see that we have plenty of train tracks and we have enough furnaces for now. The entire short is in our modules, and it is because we don't get enough red boards. This is what's supposed to be making red boards, and let's see here. So this is saying it's short of copper wire, but I see all this copper wire here for these, but this is getting no copper. So let's look at the copper situation. There's no copper here. Well, first of all, let me open up my upgrade planner and just, work on some of this. But I'm seeing no copper on the main bus at all. You can see we just don't have any copper coming in. So that is an issue. Now, I was under the impression that here's a little bit of copper. We've got all this copper ore coming in, and this is working to smelt it. Okay, so first of all, I was planning out a new area, but it doesn't matter anyway, because this isn't actually going anywhere. There it goes. But this isn't the problem. The problem is there's not enough ore coming there. And then also, I was under the impression that I was pulling in a lot of copper from somewhere else. Somewhere like this. So I have copper here, and it's supposed to be going on this train and then coming here, and then being loaded onto this train and then coming back here. but something is going wrong along the way, and I also don't have enough copper up there anyway. So let me make some drills, but even more than that, we are going to run out of power if I don't produce more. So let's do that. I think that this is actually a fine area to create some power. So we need pump. But I actually have a pump. So I can bring in some water right here. And then we can start bringing in a little bit of electricity. So I would like boilers and steam engines. So let's go ahead and drop a boiler. So the boiler will connect to the water, and it will, this is fine. Actually, might as well just directly connect them like this. And this guy needs fuel, and we also need some electricity over here. So I think we can simply send some coal from this line over here. Not that high, but pretty good. And not that high either, but okay. Almost there, almost there. Here. Now this is right. Okay. So then we can feed, and produce a little bit of power like so. Then we just drop in these engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to need some power like so. Tremendous. Now let's look at the grid at this point. So with that simple addition, we're doing much better. But I'm not going to stop there. I want to have, you know, a nice excess of power. So let me just put in, actually, let me just copy. Tremendous. Well, almost tremendous. And there it goes. Okay. So now are we doing better? Yeah, but I think I could hit it one more time. But you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a better job copying this and get that. Okay, wonderful. Now I feel a lot better about that little addition. But now we've got a massive problem, which is copper. No problem. Actually, you can see that the copper, it's okay over here, but this is only looks like it's okay because we don't have any demand over here. Like, there's no real need for it. So it looks good, but it's actually, that's not how it, not the case. Okay, so you guys have no resources, so I'll pick you up. You are out. Now, this train is sitting here, right? So let's look at what it's... It has the copper. Okay, so what is your deal? Oh, time is going to pass. Okay. Oh. Oh my goodness. I love it. This is awesome. It's so great when your own stupidity was the problem and it's easy to fix. We have copper. I just didn't bring it in yet. I just like left it over there and moved on. You know, like, okay, now we're done. No, we aren't done. So now we've got copper. Now, what do we want to do with this copper? Is, I think, a fair question. We could take it over to the station that we already have. So, like, this is effectively where we're making all of our copper plates. And right here. So we could feed it. We could just bring it from this point where we're at, which is right here, and add it to these lines here, and that might work. That looks like the quickest fix. For now. Oh boy. Oh no. That was... I was trying to do some fancy maneuvering. There we go. It was not quite what I had in mind, but it was amusing. I don't think it needs to come this high. Yeah, no, this is too high. I'm going to run it right here. You see how there's like a little bit of a space along this? This is perfect. It might work. Uh-oh. No. Something happened right here. No, it's not working. Oh, right. It was almost genius, but all we have to do is just kind of move this up slightly, and then I think we're good. I'm skating. Look at this. This is how hilarious this is going to become. We'll just pretend that there's copper here. Even though we all know that there isn't. But now there is. It's back. And we aren't going to use this because that's ridiculous. We're going to instead... Alright, that's also ridiculous, but it works. Now there's copper. So now what we have here is a bunch of copper coming in. And we'll see if this actually ends up resulting in more copper on this line. I mean... Well, this is never going to do anything. I'm only using one side of the belt, which is not wise. All right. You know, I stopped carrying these years ago. There they go. All right. So that's some plates. And then this will shoot this down here, which will also produce plates. But we'll see how this goes. And we'll have to supplement this. So it's time to see how well all of this copper actually does in terms of getting plates delivered. But I gotta be honest with you, I haven't scaled up copper in so long that you can tell that this is not going to be very strong. So what I'm gonna do is, again, I could rip everything apart, which is the smarter play, but I could also just continue my spaghetti, which is another play that I do, and one that I'm more comfortable with. So what we're going to do is just, like, for example, I'll copy this, right? And then we're going to just push F to flip it. And in this sense, what we can do is drop this here, and we will be able to then split this here. And if I just send the copper this way, then I can have another entire belt delivering. And I need to make more stone furnaces, obviously, so that they can get this going. And then the only thing else I need is another line to create output. And I'm actually going to take this line up for now. And there it goes. So I'm missing just pieces of stone. And I suppose I don't have stone on the logistics network. No, I do. They're bringing it to me. Okay. I could just make electric furnaces as well, but this should help significantly. There we go. They're building everything. Oh wait, I'm not done. Not yet. There it goes. Oh, okay. Not quite. So, it was almost ingenious. It sort of works, except these inserters are going the wrong way. So I have to redo this. But it was a good try. It almost was right. Okay. So let's, all of these inserters, I should have just rotated around, flipping it, doing the inverse, created something of a monstrosity. So what I need is instead, I'll go ahead and I'm going to have to just replace these long-handed inserters with power lines on that side so I can fit. These ones work. Oh, no, what I did was I did it correctly here. Flipping it was correct. I just didn't flip it when I pasted it the second time, because when I did Control V, I kind of assumed it would do this, but it did the original copying, which makes sense. I just messed it up. So let's just drop some of these in here to help finish this job like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. There it goes. Now the hope is I'm putting this all on one lane. And then it comes in here and goes all in one lane. So this is a problem. Which I'm going to try to fix this right here. It's going to cost me this, but that's okay. All right, so we will actually have that, but then we'll have this, and we will have that. And no, I mean, it blends them, but it's not putting them on both sides. Honestly, then I think in that case, what I had before was actually superior, because it at least would put these on both sides. All right, that's fine. And then if this backs up, like they can't drop off, which is what we're seeing. Do I, instead of what I have here, I mean, I still have to have this, but I could do this, and no, that doesn't really do anything. All right. That's fine. We're going to flip it around. This is going to be so incredibly ridiculous, but all I have to do to make this happen, how I want it to, is here. Just have this go like that. And then now I get plates on both sides, and it should create less of a backup. Let's see what happens when they get here. But even then this is going to become incredibly problematic. So I'm going to take this out, and we're going to keep this and do this, and then have this like that. And then that should help smooth this. We're going to use the upgrade planner, start kind of working on some of these underground passages that we have, fixing them up. All right. And now what I see is most of these guys are working. This is not working because it's not grabbing anything. There it goes. All right. So we've got plenty of copper coming in. We've got plenty of plates going out. This is also not working. Oh, because the belt's going the wrong way down here. There you go. Okay. So, at a glance, let's just see how we're doing all the way down the line with copper. Okay. Give me the upgrade planner again. Just going to start replacing everything with faster connections. Where it's possible. Actually, let me look at my upgrade planner. I also want, while we're at the upgrade planner, to upgrade regular inserters to fast inserters. Just another part of this game. There we go. All right. So now, actually, when I look at this, the iron plates are kind of starting to slag, and that's fine. But you could see they slag here, but then they get supplemented at this point in the line by this separate facility that I made. All right. All right. So now, at least for the moment, we've got enough copper coming up here. And let me check on my factory up here to see how the science is coming out and how much we can scale it up. So there's some red boards coming. Some. But not a ton, and you can see that still we're waiting on red boards for these. And we have a little bit of science coming out, which is why worker robot cargo size is going up, and that's cool. But we need to boost our red board production. Now here, what are we waiting on? Honestly, this is okay. Wait, what's going on with you? Oh, we finished it. Wonderful. Look at this. So now we could start picking off projects that have purple science that we really want. So I'll show you one, for example, that I know that I want. It involves faster labs is good. Better automation, better assembly machines, that's pretty good. But let's see if we can't what I want the next, well, that's too difficult. Here, technology tree. Purple science is great, so we can make logistics 3, for example. We can make we can work with modules. We can do nuclear fuel processing. All of that is pretty sweet. But we need to start now working on yellow science for sure. I'm going to go ahead and work on logistics 3. Just going to click on that and start research. All right. So when I look at this, if my memory serves, the issue here isn't like you could see all of these machines are working. These aren't working because they're full and they need to dump that into here, but these take forever. So it's more just not that we're not getting enough supplies, we are. It's that red boards just take a million years. So we need to scale this up and send even more red boards. And how are we doing on this train here with, yeah, all of these guys, well, some of them are working. They're just waiting on modules. So that's the next game, is to boost up the red boards so that modules are actually coming out smoothly. The copper has been fixed. We have researched our first section of purple science, and we're moving well, but we're going to need to stabilize the red inserters, get them going enough so that there's like, I mean, a backup would be amazing. And then we could start focusing on yellow science. Now, something I want to make for myself would be the exoskeleton. But the exoskeleton requires blue boards. And blue boards we can actually make now. All they require is sulfuric acid with green and red boards. So I think just to get something like the exoskeleton, which would make us move faster, it's so nice. And some better batteries, things like this. Even the power armor, if we wanted it. Like, these things are great, but we need blue boards. So our next kind of objectives are to get blue boards online and also to get yellow science. And blue boards are going to stress our red board production even further. So we might want to just keep scaling and scaling and scaling up our red boards. Now you see here, actually, I'm making a decent amount of red boards down here. But they don't go anywhere because they come around to this and they're being served elsewhere. So I could I could allow I could basically make it so that this splitter doesn't exist and get these red boards somewhere else. But I also could just leave that as is and scale up here. Anyway, everyone, we're doing really well. We finally got purple science, and we have begun to research logistics 3, which will give us blue belts and blue underground connectors, which will make things, if we need them to, move even faster. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care.